It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former second-round pick from Louisville, Tyler Shuck.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Jenkins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, motion.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. That's complete. Luther Burden. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Shuck. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. 73.
The slot man in motion right. To throw now, Shuck. In trouble, and he's taken down. Donovan Ezeraku. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They go play action. Daniels. Pressure comes and down he goes. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Daniels looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Daniels. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Up the middle, it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
7-yard line.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon. They just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
The fullback dive held up short. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
On the zone read, this is Judkins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go. 60 bicep.
Throwing, Shuck. Short throw caught by Bowers.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And Chase will go in motion left. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's Shuck. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Donovan Ezeraku, his 2nd sack of the night. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
To the air goes Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
Throwing now is Daniels. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Shuck. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
It's 3rd down and
this
5.
defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Short throw caught by Bowers. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Come on. Hit. 19, 18. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Tag.
The first carry now. This is Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings
Go.
up 2nd and goal. At the 38-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
That's good for a first down. 2 yards on the play. And a first down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, it's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
12 yards.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Get it. Press all 80.
They try the left side here with Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 9-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the jump. Here we go. Alert. Nice.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
At the 5-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? from the shotgun. It's Daniels. The quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
That ties the game.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Shuck now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To the air again is Shuck. This one is complete to Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Chase the motion man right. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports halftime report starts now. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter. Here we go.
To kick off.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And able to get this out to the 25. And this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Dipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
18 Cardinals.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Here we go. Start.
Again to Williams, running right. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
60 Bison. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Panther 60. Let's go.
throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Again, it's Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Come on. Catch the Eagles.
Second and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3.
Our home team, 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
From the gun, on third down, here's Shuck. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3.
17. Our home team, 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And touchdown! Tyler Shuck. 69 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Makes the score.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
To kick off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Ready? 19, 18. Bronco switch. Ready?
They begin the drive with Williams. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Now Shuck. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw now, Shuck. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass caught by Burden. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
Daniels looking to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go. Here we go. Packer 6.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Now Williams running left. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
They run it again with Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Operating from the gun, Irving. This one complete to Doolin. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
On the set.
3rd and 8.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Operating from the gun. Irving. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Bates' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's good.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll go back to Corum on 1st down. Oh, what a juke into space. Inside the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. Blake Corum, 60 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point try now from Dicker. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Come on. Set.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
38-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
70, 60 Bison. Go.
Back to throw. Irving. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Corum. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Again, it's Corum. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's 2nd and 8. Screen play set up for Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Irving. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Is a 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. A throw on the money there to Doolin. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
A gain of 16 yards. And a 1st down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, they could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now.
Here's Ritter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry.